Hi, and welcome to drawingandpaintingforeveryone.com. In this tutorial, I'll be painting an actual eye from a photograph. If you're painting this assignment in my book and haven't watched Assignment 1 Grid Drawing Wash, you'll need to watch that before starting here. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, this is my reference. It's in the assignment sections of my book, Portrait Painting from Photography. If you found this tutorial and you're not in one of my classes, you can get information about my books at richardvkirk.com or drawingandpaintingforeveryone.com. Look under the header Books. This is how I position my reference. I'm right-handed, and having the reference to the left of my painting allows me to study the reference easily. If I were left-handed, I would just have my reference taped to the right of my canvas. I have my palette prepared, and I have a tutorial, Creating a Palette of Grays, that will help you build this palette. I'm painting each of my values on the end of this index card. This allows me to determine the values I'll need. For example, up here I'll be using my 6% gray. Here I'll be using my 75% gray, and here I'll be using my 12% gray. All of my values get blended, but this card gives me a good starting point. In the introduction, I mentioned another tutorial, Assignment 1 Grid Drawing Wash. That tutorial explains how I got to this point in the painting. I'm going to start near the top left side of my painting with my 12% gray value. This painting took me over an hour to paint, so I'm going to speed up the video from time to time. I've been trying to keep my tutorials to less than 10 minutes. I haven't made it on every one of them, and I might not be able to make it on this one, but I'm going to try. Here I'm adding my 75% gray. In one of my previous tutorials, I mentioned that the iris is often darker under this top eyelid. This dark isn't always here, but now you know to look for it. I'm going to slow the video down for a minute. I want to show you that I'm using this Kneaded Eraser. The eraser can pick the paint, the wet oil paint, off the canvas. Then when I put the white on for this little catch light, I won't mix in the dark gray and the black here. My model is young, and these small lines under her eyes need to be delicate. My students often make small wrinkles like these too dark. It's better to understate the contrast here. If you've noticed, I've gone back to this white of the eye several times. I put this value on before I painted the iris and before I painted the surrounding values. As more and more darks were introduced, I was better able to assess the value of this area. This is very common. Our eyes and brain build contrast. The term for this is simultaneous contrast. The white I initially placed here looked fine to me because I was comparing it to the surrounding near white canvas. As I established more and more values, I could see that my initial gray was way too light. I'm going to switch to a small round brush to get started on these eyelashes. When I have the time, I usually let the paint dry before putting on the eyelashes. But when I'm working a demo, I just push on through. Students tend to stop looking at the reference when they put in the eyelashes. Suddenly, a realistic eye starts to look cartoonish. Try to imagine the 3D nature of these hairs. Some are pointing straight at the viewer, so they appear as dots. Look closely at your photograph. All the information is in there. I'm going to call it quits here. There's still more to do, but this tutorial is already running long. Well, there you have it, a painted eye. Good luck with your work, and as always, I hope this has been helpful. Thanks.